Hey everyone, and welcome back to another cubing video. This is the Moyu Weilong WRM21 Maglev, which I core magnetized. Despite being 3.5 years old, it's still a very competitive cube today, in my opinion. If you can find the Cubers Home or PiCube core magnetized versions at a reasonable price, I highly recommend it. It's buttery smooth, very fast, and very forgiving once you add the core magnets. If you have one already without the magnets, definitely consider doing the mod because it transforms the cube from an overly flexible and uncontrollable one into a cube with top-tier performance. I personally main this cube because it combines the flexible and forgiving, yet stable performance of the WRM21 with a soft feel similar to that of a Glidia Tornado V3. Some downsides you might find with this cube are the heavy weight and weighty turns. It weighs 88.6 grams. And by comparison, the Tornado V3 and WRM21 are 81.6 and 78 grams respectively. The layers are also weighted more towards the outside of the cube than other cubes, so each turn can feel like it has a lot of momentum. I used N45 3x2mm magnets on the corners and N45 4x1mm on the core when I did the mod, and this strength was essentially perfect to combat this overturning issue. Out of the box, the turning was also ridiculously sandy and scratchy, so my biggest word of advice is to be patient and just keep solving on it. Bad first impressions, but trust me, it turns into one of the most satisfying and smoothest cubes out there. I set the cube up on close to stock tensions, compression setting 2, and on magnet setting 1. I looped it with a cocktail of Angstrom Gravitas, Dignitas, Weight 1, and FZ Calm. I'd just like to take a quick moment to ask for your support. Please like the video if you liked it, or don't if you're not enjoying it. And a subscription to the channel would be even better if you feel so inclined. Thanks everyone for watching and taking the time to enjoy the products of my work. It really means a lot to me. Compared to the competition, I still think this stacks up pretty well in 2025. For most people, a Tornado V4 will probably be the better choice, as it comes stock with core magnets, is lighter, and has a simpler adjustment system. The Huameng TG is also a little more expensive than the TV4 again, but in a way it's the spiritual successor to the original Super Weilong and Weilongs before the V10. I don't have a ton of info on this cube, but from what I can gather it's not dissimilar to the WRM21 in its characteristics. If we look at the WRM21, the only reasons why you would buy that over a core magnetic WRM21 are if you hated the weight or wanted UV coating. In my opinion, the WRM21 is superior in just about every other way. That being said, you might feel differently, so do try to test one or two out before you buy. I'm also throwing the Tianma into this comparison because it's something at a similar price, but pretty much the complete opposite in feel. Still flexible, but extremely bumpy, crunchy, and a bit elastic, all in a positive way. I'll probably make a video on that once I get my core magnet parts printed. Other excellent cubes at lower prices are the X-Man XT3 V1, the Hudong Lite, and the Dayan Guhong Pro, so be sure to check those out too. To me, the WRM21 is slightly louder than the Tornado, but similar to the GAN 356M in having a hollow, low-pitched sound. In conclusion, buy it with core magnets if you like the sound of a solid, buttery and fast cube, or if you just want the best cube with purple internals, which is equally valid. If you have one already and don't mind making it heavier, definitely add the core magnets. A Tornado V4 is another great option for not much more if you want something a little bit lighter and a bit simpler to adjust. And if any of this doesn't sound appealing to you, go buy a Tianma. Thanks again for watching and see you in the next one.